Thunderstorms, and yes, this is the start of meteorological summer, which is June, July, August, just our 3 hottest months. We have to wait till the solstice I think it's June 20th this year that we start the astronomical season of summer. Okay, but anyway, it did feel hot and humid. We did have some storms for sure. And now we're kind of wrapping up. You saw that rain out to the northwest of us. Appears to be weakening as it moves off to the east. So still a chance of some showers tonight, but not as high as earlier. And our rain totals, again, were well over 1 inch, and some spots even close to 4 or 5 inches in some more isolated locations. Our model, as I was showing you, shows us pretty quiet for tonight. We'll move into tomorrow. This is early in the morning, lunchtime, and now we'll take it into the afternoon. This is 1 p.m. on toward 5 p.m. and there are clearly a pretty good amount of showers and storms tomorrow. They may not be quite as widespread or maybe quite as heavy, but I think we will still be dodging those showers tomorrow. One thing is, a lot of the models do have good consensus wrapping it all up by about sunset or even before for tomorrow, so we should be finished during the evening hours. Right now we're at 75 in New Orleans. Our high today was 91 still at the airport, but of course it dived off after we got the rain. Tonight we stay humid with that rain chance, about 30%, north and south lows in the 70s. And then tomorrow, still a pretty high chance for rain overall. Scattered storms expected with highs maybe middle 80s. And notice that some models are weighting the rain a little earlier in the day, perhaps, as I was showing you, lunchtime, early afternoon. And then, like I was saying, not as much heading into the evening. Our flooding rain outlook for tomorrow is there. It's the marginal risk. Today it was a little bit higher than that for the chance for flooding rain. So just be aware tomorrow we'll be dodging those storms. If it does start raining really heavy, you know to avoid those low-lying spots in case we do see some street flooding. All right, on to the tropics. This is day 1 of hurricane season, and everything's pretty quiet out here. We have no spots that look suspicious or likely to develop in the next maybe week or so, even though there are some showers and storms out there. Our season forecast, of course, we know is very high. Almost all the outlets that make forecasts have gone with above average numbers. For example, here are NOAA's, and the average numbers you can see here. So well above average for named storms and the hurricanes that come from them, and then the major hurricanes that sometimes form from those. So the idea is active season forecast. Not only are there warmer than average waters, much warmer than average in the central and eastern Atlantic early in the season, we'll also see El Nino, which is pretty much wrapping up now. We're almost at neutral, and now we'll see us moving toward La Nina sometime in the June to maybe August time frame. So near peak season, August, September, October, we will have that La Nina that causes less shear and causes more hurricanes. And remember, this is kind of the general setup. Cool and dry waters in this part of the Pacific. It leads to weaker wind shear, which allows those hurricanes to form and strengthen more easily in the Atlantic basin. A little tidbit from the Colorado State forecast, by the way. These are the chances. They break it down not just for the whole U.S. or the whole Atlantic basin, but actually they have a chance of a landfalling hurricane by state. And you can see the Louisiana and North Carolina ones are pretty high, but not quite as high as Florida. However, when you switch to the chance of a major hurricane, notice that Florida's is there, but also high. Louisiana and Texas, also a higher chance for the major hurricane. Now, of course, these are just numbers. This is just a prediction early in the season. And as we know, even with these percentages, all it takes is the one to make landfall where you are. So good reminders to get prepared. Of course, here are the hurricane season names. With that La Nina transition coming up later in the season, we may see some of these weighted toward the second part of the season. And normally we see that anyway. Of course, a huge percentage, almost more than 90% of the action for major hurricanes and really destructive storms comes in that August, September, October timeframe. So it is the first day of the season, but we have a while to go before it looks like we'll have any sort of action here. Of course, a great time to get prepared. 7-day forecast shows high pressure moving in for the work week, so clearly our rain chance is dropping off a good bit, and we're heating up.